Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline with your hosts, MB and Klew. What's going
Hey,
on, y'all?
woo, woo.
Man, we're excited. Another great week of sports being played. My boy Roy Jones Jr. did his thing. I told y'all, man, I wasn't crazy. I told y'all I wasn't crazy. Roy beat him to a tie.
I was like, what? I was like, what is he talking about? He survived, huh?
He beat him to a tie, baby. Did you see my dog Roy? He locked it up. He threw one, locked it up. Thought about throwing another one, locked it up. That's what I'm
Man,
talking about, bro. I say
Lord,
keep
man.
locking him up. Keep going inside and out. Lock him up. Lock him up. I was almost like Trump with Hillary Clinton. Lock him up. Lock him up.
The modern day classic of a rope dope, huh?
Yes, baby.
Or hack a shack.
Listen, LB. I don't know if Mike landed 3 punches.
Hack a shack, huh?
And I'm talking about clean punches like while they were boxing.
Yeah.
He kept hitting him and getting them ribs some trouble when
Right.
they lock up. But I'm talking about like bam, bam, like that. No, I never saw that. You got to tell me if you saw it. I ain't see it.
Oh man. What's
Did
up,
you?
Pat? What's up,
What's
Pac?
up, man?
Man,
What's
it's
going on,
Halloween
man?
still. You
What's
got your
going on?
costume
What
on?
is going on, people?
What's up, man?
How my beautiful people doing out there, man?
Good, man. How you doing, Pac
All
Jam?
is well, man. All is well at the top, baby. You know what it is.
Or
You
Pat
know what it
Wagon?
is,
Look
baby.
at you, baby. Got all you get Alabama gear, man. It's still Halloween, man.
It's a little nippy down here. It's getting a little cold down here in Central Florida, man.
Yeah, you know we ain't like Miami, MB. We actually get a touch of a little chill. Y'all stay nice all year round. 70, 75, 80s. Man, they try to trip down here. It's getting lower and lower. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's definitely getting a little nippy for us. I know y'all Ohio folk gonna jump in this and start saying we ain't doing that, but for us, we cold. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's 64
Right.
degrees down there. You got 64 in
Absolutely.
Orlando, baby.
Yeah. See it, and that's coming off of what we used to 80. Okay. See,
And it's getting down in the 40s at night.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm in the ATL right now. It's 37, bro.
oh wow.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah,
Let you have that.
I'm
I'm
like,
not
oh
gonna
gosh.
yeah, yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah, yeah, man. So thank Jim. I just came out the gate, man. I said, our boy Roy Jones, man, he tried to do what it do. I went for him. I threw my hat in the Roy Jones side of the ring, and he did what he came to do. Hold on, defense, hold on.
Well,
What he
Hey,
did.
again, you know,
hey,
again,
hold on, man. Hold on. My man Steve Allen, look what he said. Look like two old men fighting that wall.
No,
what I,
no. Well, then,
as
Steve, jump in it, then, Steve. Since that's what it
as
looked
I
like. You
Don't
jump.
break them up, huh? Don't break two old dogs fighting, huh?
as
Go
I
ahead,
watched
Pac
the
Jam.
fight, man, again, because I had told you, Roy, I predicted the whole thing. I told you, I said Roy is gonna always been the kind to show you who he is. And Roy
Right.
tried to fight Tyson fight. I told you that going into it. I said Roy not gonna run the time. Roy gonna go fight toe to toe and let you know I can go toe to toe with Mike. But
When
to
that happened?
me, he did. He just was listen. He did, but
When?
it was mud wrestling. Will you listen? It was mud
Okay.
wrestling without mud.
Oh,
Okay.
So
okay.
that's his fight? Is that
No,
his
no, no, no,
fight
no, no.
now?
What I'm saying is, it looked like two mud wrestlers without mud. What it looked like to me. But again, he tried. When Tyson hit him in the ribs those couple times, that's when he said, "Oh no, I can't handle this right here." And
Yeah,
that's when he
right.
went to wrestling them and with the rap, let's rap, let's rap, let's rap, let's rap. Is what he did. But he wanted to go out there and go toe to toe, and that's
Okay.
what he tried to do. But he saw at 54 years old, the power has not went anywhere. It is still
Now,
resides right there.
now look, I'm gonna cheat and tell the show, telegraph the show. I already know that MB didn't see the Nate Robinson fight because he would have been highlighted on he clowning. Okay. So,
Right.
so that tells me MB Just see the Nate Robinson fight. So I'm gonna help you, LB. Big bro, Pike Jam right here sent me a picture, a meme the next day with Nate Robinson just MB. He slept him, MB. Listen, that ain't his sport, man. Listen, he
Right.
just can't. Listen, see, like Steve, I just came at Steve and I said, you talking that trash about them coming at looking like two old men fighting at Walmart, but you won't jump in that thing. Okay. And that's what I feel like Nate been sitting at home thinking, man, I think Money Mayweather, I'm just as quick as him. Listen, I'm fast. I'm a better athlete. Heck, I played football too. I was just not in the NBA. I played football too. I bet I could jump out there and whoop somebody. Listen, he jumped out there, MB off the porch on a YouTube sensation and got Molly whopped. This dude, hey, he a YouTube sensation, LB, and gave him the business.
Well, what's my man down in Miami? God bless the dead. They say YouTube. You know how they
slice.
Yeah. You know how they do it. Yeah. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
probably thought he could
You
do
know
that.
what though, Kevin? You know the thing since that fight, because we knew Nate. Me and you both knew that just because we got in a discussion before with Brandon Mayweather, a hurricane
Double A
player.
still on probation, huh?
Ah,
Hey,
man, I'm
Kevin,
scared.
you remember?
Hey, Double A gonna get us shut down too, man.
Klew, you remember we had this discussion last year with a guy by the name of Brandon Mayweather, a hurricane player that said he can get in the boxing ring. Remember that conversation we had with
Yes,
him
sir.
about he can do it? And a lot of people misunderstand, think because you're an athlete that equate that I can get in the ring and knock somebody out, and it doesn't.
Listen, man.
Now, the thing that jumped out at me since then, Kevin, the last 48 hours since Nate got knocked out, is all these NBA players
Since Nate got knocked out
saying we all ain't like that. Don't try me and all this. Listen.
Oh, you gonna get tried now.
Pump the brakes. Listen, all you NBA players, pump the brakes because everybody know in the NBA throughout entirety of the NBA, you can count on one hand the killers.
Hey,
okay, and if your name wasn't Rick Mahorn or one of the bad boys, or if you wasn't known, you understand me, Moses Malone, if that ain't your name, don't act like you can throw them hands. Okay, stop it. Because you would get knocked out for free.
Hey, look, I'm
See, that's what I want to address. I want to address these NBA guys who all of a sudden act like that Nate is anonymous to what's going. No. All y'all like that.
Listen, I love what Double A just put out there. Nate Robinson is glass joke. And MB, that is exactly, in Pac Jam, that's exactly why I won't jump in nobody's ring. Because, you know, the only thing people think about in boxing is what they going to do to the other person. I'm concerned what my jaw look like. That's what I'm worried about.
But the thing is,
LB, you could have thought my jaw, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what my jaw look like. So that's why I am trying to what I can do.
I'm trying to understand why that made the fight card.
What you mean?
I mean, that fight. Nate Robinson, why
MB, we had this conversation like
I'm just saying though, like, why is that even part of the fight card? They already got somebody. They already put the money in the bag.
Mike, that was not a.
Hey, look, they already put the money in the bag with Tyson and Roy.
Mike, that was not a WBC.
I guess it's like, okay, let's put some more stuff in there. Let's make this. Put Nate Robinson in there too. Put one more guy. I mean, come on, man. This ain't like. It's like NBA where you have a celebrity basketball game going on. You know, I guess it's celebrity boxing now.
Is that wasn't a WBC. That wasn't a WBC, WBA sanctioned card. That was
I know
everybody that was on the list that night, celebrity-wise, let's get in the ring and handle that.
Right.
If you had a beef, Mike, you could have got in the ring.
Right.
Listen.
Mike,
if you had a beef, you could have got in the ring.
Do somebody, you know.
Hey, look. Hey,
look, that joke is still in shape.
All I know is I'm gonna start looking at these YouTube sensations differently, man. If they come at me, I'm gonna just apologize, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what I did, but I just want to send my apologies to you and your family. And they like, you didn't say nothing about my family, but I want to apologize to them too, because y'all out here knocking fools out, man. I'm gonna save y'all.
Nah, you know what they doing? Like Double A say, they out there clowning. They clowning. That's what they doing. They clowning. Whoever Nate fighting that dude, he clown. Look at Pac Jam. Pac Jam clowning. Pac Jam better stop stealing people Wi-Fi, man, for they come get him.
Help yourself, man. Where we grew up, that's what we did, man. You just can't. It's hard. It's hard to change him. It's hard to change. He tried. He tried.
Hey, he like this coach. This guy used to coach where he said, "Man, when it's free, take 3." So he trying to take everything. Why pay when you get it free, baby?
I'm scared of your stories now, MB, ever since you told us about the linebacker when you had to interview the linebacker.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis. Man, don't you tell us no more stories.
Hey, yeah, stop stealing people Wi-Fi, man, for they come knocking on your door trying to fight you.
Man.
So who trying to fight me?
I say stop stealing people Wi-Fi over there, man. Why you got disconnected? Stop stealing people Wi-Fi.
No. It was you guys was breaking up. Y'all was breaking up, man. Once again, I'm gonna undisclosed.
We ain't breaking up.
Okay. Hey, Double A said, Pac Jam, Double A said it was Pac Sanchin, the fights. Get him off your Pac Jam.
Yeah. Hey, he catching us. Yeah, he catching us 10 seconds later every time.
Oh, okay. He got that delayed connection, huh?
Nobody with basic common sense would get into the ring with a professional box. Evidently they ain't got it. Exactly. Because the YouTube sensation actually has he's trying to get his pro card. He's 1-0. But he's been really serious at it, and he's trying to make that really his living. And Nate out here talking about and MB, you said something. How did he make the card? Also, it looked like a mismatch. They did not look like they weighed the same, and Nate looked like he was his son. You know what I'm saying? So you say that, LB, I'm going back to the fight in my mind, and I'm like, how you made that? Like,
right, that's what I'm saying, man. How you come up with that? Like, oh yeah, Nate was like, I'll fight. How you come up with that card?
Hey, I'll tell you this though, the realest thing Pac Jam said it to me, was by Gilbert Arenas. Sent him, he said, hey man, you got knocked out. Now get up. It's no different than you getting crossed over or getting killed by Stephon Marbury the first time you played against, because I guess they played together at some point.
Yeah.
And so go get up, get back in the lab and come back out swinging. I'm like, bro, this ain't basketball. Ain't nobody crossing nobody up. It'll be what your chin look like, man.
Right.
Right now it look like he got thumped and he fell out. Like, Gilbert, that's hereditary, bro. You can't work through a glass jaw. You can't work.
I probably would enjoy seeing that more, where you take like maybe some basketball players, heated rival, right?
Right.
They fight. Like maybe
Oakley and Barkley.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, like Rick Mahorn or somebody, Charles, like something, Bill Laimbeer, you get Bill Laimbeer fighting somebody, I probably would enjoy seeing that more, make it if you're going like that, man. That'll be entertaining. Are you not entertained? Pac Jam, what you think about this, Pat? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Are you still on that Janet Jackson delay? You good?
Yeah, he is.
I'm good.
On a 7-second delay.
I'm good.
I was thinking, I said, man, I would probably rather see like two basketball heated rivals fight, like, and we talking about Rick Mahorn or Bill Laimbeer or Charles Oakley, some type of combination like that.
Man, since they so thugged out.
I'm sure moving forward, they'll probably arrange some things like that.
Yeah, that
was a call out. That was a call out that's been brewing the last couple of months that Nate Robinson called out that YouTube sensation.
Oh, okay.
And so they put that on the fight.
I got you.
You know what I mean? They put it on the card, rather. And that's how that transpired.
Hey, I want to see some rappers fight.
Yeah,
but Kevin, if you remember, I did send you what Gilbert Arenas said for Nate to go back and train and get back in the ring.
Yeah, he just mentioned that. Yeah.
Hey, look, but what I also mentioned was you can't train a baby Joe. Exactly. ain't no workout for getting that glass jaw to become an iron. They don't train for that.
Yeah.
He say Anthony Mason would have got with all of them, man.
Yeah, he would have. Mason was that dude, man. Him, Larry Johnson, they grown mans, you know.
I also seen some of the guys in the NBA
2 man in a Thunderdome.
that they gonna send some. I also seen some of the guys saying they was gonna send somebody else to fight, and they want to send Ron Artest to be their representation.
Oh man,
listen, Ron Artest.
Hey, I ain't messing with him.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's another situation. It'll be the reason why I would have never messed with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Where he said, "I'm gonna eat your kid." I'm like, no, we just boxing.
Hey, we just playing, right? We just playing, right?
Right.
Look, man, I ain't doing this, man. What y'all done told this guy? No. Hey,
what about my man Hardy, the Greg Hardy?
Right.
He's doing some ML fighting. I mean,
the one who got kicked out the league,
yeah,
he's doing MMA, right?
Yeah, he's doing something. I'm just trying to. Now you got me thinking about like matchups in football or stuff. I would like to see, you know.
No, hey, yeah, the rappers, since they so tough in they raps, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, go back to Hogan and Rocky, baby, from Rocky, right?
Hey, look, man, you know what time it is. He's a problem, and I guess every week when we get back, man, we will tell you who was out there balling. And right out the gate, man, I got a guy, Jared Patterson, running back from Buffalo, y'all. Buffalo. 409 yards. I just said it, 409 rushing. MB, that was only on 36 carries. So I ain't put that out there. 36
that
carries.
Sound like some Madden numbers or something like that.
409 yards. Watch this, MB. Not one, not two, not three, not like the way Wade when he was with old bro talking about it. This dude did it 8 touches. 8 touches. Mr. Patterson, he's a problem.
Good Lord, man. That sounds like Matt.
Hey, I'm only giving you one this week, man. I'm only giving you one. He's a problem this week, man, because there's a lot going on. I got ties to this guy, man, and problem child university, as I call it, and that's Derrick Henry, man. That's Derrick Henry with 27 touches, 178 yards, and 3 tubs, man. That's what I'm talking about. Roll Tide, run that football, baby.
Yeah, he's definitely probably. And then he had a touchdown catch too on top of that too. So he had total 4 touches. I definitely agree with that. I'm gonna go back. Huh?
He should be the MVP this season.
Ooh,
wow, man.
Most valuable player, not the best player, not the best player, not Patrick Mahomes, the best player, but the most valuable player. Without him, Tennessee has no go.
Kansas City don't even. He the engine.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You're right about it.
Did you watch that game? Everybody was open. You could have thrown the ball.
Yeah.
But it's some people out there trying to put me back there at quarterback. It ain't working out too well.
Yeah, look at Denver. They tried.
Hey, but all their receivers was covered. Yesterday, all 4 receivers was wide open in Tampa. Everybody open. Hey, I'm over here. But go ahead on.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm gonna go back to college, man, and I'm gonna go to the little. It was rivalry week last week, and I'm going to the Civil War, and my man JJ, all right, Jamar Jefferson, 29 carries, 226 yards, 2 touches to lead Oregon State with the upset victory over number 15 ranked Oregon, 41-38. My man was JJ. He was dynamite going old school, baby. He was dynamite out there, baby. All right, kept Oregon State, man, led them to a victory, man. Hey, my man, getting it done, man. He's a problem.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go out there out west, Pac-12, keep that thing going like you just did. Washington linebacker Zion Tupuola.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
sounds like a spelling bee contest.
Samoan. You know how they do, boy. It's real over there. MB, 3 tackles. 6 tackles, my bad. 3 for loss, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 recovered fumble for 29 yards on the return. He couldn't get out there and go the distance. But golly, every time you touch somebody, you made a play. Hey, Zion, he's a problem.
No doubt. And I'm gonna stay on the defensive side of the ball, man. You see, my theme is upset. And I love a good underdog, man. I wish we had going against the grain this week because I probably chose this one. But my man, Tupac Shakur Brown, quarterback. Shakur, baby, Shakur Brown, number 29 for Michigan State, man. Hey, had only 2 tackles, right? But he had 2 picks, man. And his last pick helped seal the game, man. That Michigan State defense showed up. They was getting it done, man, with sacks and takeaways and stuff. And, man, they ended up beating Northwestern. I think Northwestern rated, 8th or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep, they ended up getting their first L of the season, man. That defense getting it done. And my man, Tupac Shakur Brown, man, leading the charge, man, getting it done, man, for Michigan State.
Yes, sir. And I would have loved
He's a problem.
Yes, sir. And I would have loved to see Tupac versus Biggie in the ring. Hey, listen, this guy a problem. We got to go to them guys that with them headsets. This coach did his thing. This was an upset that MB chose in the beginning of the season. But if Clark Lear had anything to do with it, the Notre Dame defensive coordinator, he was like, not on my watch, baby. Notre Dame held North Carolina to just 5.2 yards per play and 2 third-down conversions on 11 attempts. Tar Heels only gained 58 yards in the second half. Now, this is a high-power offense, one of the best offenses in college football.
No doubt.
Under 60 yards for an entire half. Notre Dame got 6 sacks and 8 tackle for losses against this all-out, on-fire, air raid, ground attack UNC offense. Clark Lear, Notre Dame defensive coordinator, he's a problem.
He's definitely a problem. He's been a problem all year, man. You watch that film, man. Those guys come ready to play, man. He had those guys in position and getting it done. But I'm gonna tell you, man, who's a problem, and I think Double A kind of mentioned him. All right, a man, Patrick, catch up Mahomes, boy. Hey, he's getting it done, man. He was putting that sauce out there against Tampa Bay Bucks, man, getting it done. Oh, you know what, man? I'm jumping the gun, man. Klew, that's your guy, man. You know what? We need 2 guys to announce this guy, Klew.
No, you should have went on ahead. I would have took Tyreek.
We need 2 guys. No, hey, Klew, this dude is the baller, man. So he needs 2 introduction, man. One of them just can't do it, man. This dude here, you talking about MVP, right? Double A agree. He's one of the MVP, and he agreed with you as well, Pac Jam, about Derrick Henry. Go ahead. So this guy needs 2 introduction because he's been a problem all year.
All year long. Patrick Mahomes, man, this is 4th week for us making he's a problem. He went 37 of 40 for 49, 462 yards, 3 touches with 124.7 QBR. Patrick Mahomes, y'all already know he's a problem.
Hey, and then look,
he's the Michael Jordan like Batman and Robin. He's LeBron James.
What?
Wow, man.
Did they turn off his electricity?
Hey, I'm trying to mimic that. He's up.
Golly, what happened? Somebody unplugged his cable or what? They man, stop stealing.
Hey, they ain't letting him live no more, man.
Hey, this Kansas City, man, hey, this thing like Batman and Robin out there, man. And one dude that I can't even call him Robin because he's the cheater, baby. The joker like Flash, he's getting it done. All right, you mentioned Patrick Mahomes threw for 462 yards. All right, majority of those was to the AKA the cheater. All right, Tyreek Hill had 13 catches, 269 yards, and 3 touches was a problem all day. Good Lord, I felt bad for my man Carlton Davis, the corner that had to cover him. He was good Lord. I mean, he was blanket cover on the dude one time. He just caught. I was like, golly, what can you do with that? That joker, Patrick Mahomes, was like surgery out there, man. He was lethal with that thing. And the cheetah, he's a problem.
Yes, sir. He definitely is. And listen, this guy, you know, they tried to take everybody away from him, but he's still out there delivering body blow, gut punch, uppercut. Ding, 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 cross the jaw knockout. Listen, Mr. Deshaun Watson, 17 to 25, super efficient. That's 8 incompletions, y'all. 318 yards, 4 touches, 150.4 QBR. This guy right here, man, Dabo Swinney called him the Michael Jordan round. Now say he like Jordan round here, man. He gets it done. And this guy ain't playing with nobody out there besides a couple guys on defense, and he keep balling over there on offense. And found the often injured William Fuller. I know his last name Fuller. I'm not sure if his first name was with.
Will Fuller. He's
doing good. Call him a couple times out there.
Yeah, he's been doing good lately too. Yeah. He's been stepping up.
But Mr. Watson, he's a problem.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He's there. Man, what else you got for us, Klew? Hey, I know we got he's a problem, man, but man, who's out there clowning?
A lot of people out there clowning, man. Look here.
Pac Jam, he be illing. He clowning too with their Wi-Fi. I don't know where Pac Jam at.
Hey, there you go, LB. You started off. They clown.
Well, no, you go. You started off. I like how you broke it down.
Well, look here. Buffalo Bills, man, give up a 4th and 27. Excuse me, my bad.
Fourth down.
A 4th and 27. Yeah. Listen, it's 5-on-2 down there. That means it's 5 defensive backs. One of them actually was a backer back there, but I'm gonna call him a defensive back, man. You down there that far, you better act like you know what to do. Listen, they threw the ball, jump ball. They only got 2 receivers down there. It's 5 defenders, and one of the receivers ain't even tried to get the ball. MB, he just looked at his homeboy and he say, "Oh yeah, that Craig, he got it." No, his real name Tyshawn, but he say Tyshawn. Oh, Tyshawn over there, I see him do this every day in practice, so he just watched. Listen, MB. Of course, one of them DBs went up there like this to catch that thing. Get what Tyshawn did. Took it right out of his hand. Snatched it back, turned around, made one of them miss, almost scored. 5-on-2. It was ridiculous, man. And all I could sit there and do is say, man, Buffalo, y'all clown. Y'all clown.
No doubt. And I mean, thank God they end up winning the game. You know what I'm saying? Golly. Is that the second time? Who did they lose the game to like that, but actually went for a touchdown? Because that particular play, they didn't. Thank God they didn't score, right? But who DeAndre Hopkins?
DeAndre.
He got
right after we talked about the show.
Was it against Buffalo too?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah. That ain't cool. And they were doing good on defense. They had 3 turnovers at the last man. Come on, man. You can't win like that. Hey, Double A, man, he trying to pull me in, Klew. You see what he said, man. He said when we talking about they clowning, Denver quarterback room is
Yes, sir. You're right about it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You know what? I'm gonna go with that flow, Klew. Let's go with that just for a minute. He draw me in, and that's a they clown, right? And I mean, come on, man. You're right, Double A. You got like Klew was saying, they were trying to get the coaches trying to play quarterback. They was trying to get everybody to play. Man, who played quarterback before? You played quarterback, Pop Warner? Yeah, come on, let's play. I mean, the dude completed 1 pass. He threw more interceptions than pass, right? Bless his heart.
Right.
I mean, that's a bad situation. But, I mean, the NFL, they clowning. I mean, you make them play. It made me feel like Joe Clark lean on me, all right? like go see the principal, right? Because they was like, okay, y'all want to not wear masks, y'all don't want to social distance, y'all want to do that, we gonna make y'all pay, right? And they made them pay. They became the poster child of if you clown it, if you ain't doing social distance, take care of that. The NFL don't care. They're gonna make you play, And that was embarrassing football right there. Double A, I like what you said, man. They could have got Elwell Greasy or somebody to suit up.
Man.
They tried to get some coaches, man. But they were clowning, man, trying to get it done, man. That was hard to watch, man. God, that was hard to watch. Because you look at it on the other side, Hill, I mean, you saw him, because it's one thing to come in, Klew, as a change-up with the Wildcat package, right?
Right.
But it's another thing with him, right? This is second time starting in NFL, and, man, just to see wow, he still got some work to do, Peyton kept the game plan conservative, used his leg and run the ball. And
this man was a wide receiver on the scout team.
Yes.
He don't even play quarterback no more.
Right. He played quarterback at what? Wake Forest?
In college.
Yeah. And he played a little bit. But I'm talking about Hill too. He was auditioning too. Because I'm thinking, wait a minute, Jameis not gonna start, Like, what's going on? But I see why they paid this dude some money to see what he could do. But even Hill, his passing was not smooth at all, And they just got smart. Say, look, we just about to run this thing and start running it and doing quick passing game pass when they had to. They kept the game plan conservative. But that whole thing, man, that was hard to watch. That game right there was hard to watch for an NFL game. So they clowning, man. But we trying to say that for last, man. And you pulled us in. Go ahead, Klew.
Did you want to go Pittsburgh or go ahead and move on?
We go with your flow, whatever you want to do.
Okay, so man, what a awesome college football Saturday. Well, Friday to Saturday. Feel like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If they keep moving these games, Notre Dame, MB. I really feel like, man, they are who Paige Jam said they were.
I know.
They're the number one team in the country to me. Now you ain't seeing that on none of the other stuff. But if you look at their body of work, who they're playing, how they play them, and all they do is like DJ Khaled say down there where you from, MB, all they doing is winning, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm laughing at Adam, man. Adam, you're right. Miami undefeated in November. We had so many buys, but you're right. Yeah, man, I was really impressed with him because that's the game that I kind of earmarked as the litany test other than Clemson, like how good they are, because I know with North Carolina offense, man, that high-power offense, I know North Carolina defense is really good, but, they stepped it up, man. They got it done. They got it done. And I was like, wow, I was waiting on North Carolina to get on track and get going, right? But because the first half, it was 17-17, right? North Carolina hit them with big play. They're making some plays. I'm like, man, they still not all the way clicking. And then, man, they came out that second half like you pointed, man. And, man, they shut them out. They ain't score another point.
Right.
54 total yards. And then for me, when they went, I think in the third quarter, they drove 97 yards for a touchdown. I was like, nah, this is a wrap. Yeah. And the thing I like, man, is just not just, a complete team, and they getting it done. I wish that Trevor Lawrence and the three defensive starters that they had with Clemson was healthy so we could test that again. You know what I'm saying? During that time. But the way they had it, we'll be able to see that matchup. But, man, I like they're well coached. You see the technique, the stuff that I'm talking about. They don't beat themselves. The receivers, man, 88, 11, 6'2", 6'3". They win the 50-50 ball. The tight end, freshman tight end they got, he's creating separation. And then the quarterback, man, he's got a way, like you talking about backyard ball, like he's got a way. I love what Pat Jim say, mind you, Jake the Snake, but he also got a little Johnny Manziel in that with he's faster than you think, And man, he makes stuff happen, man. So you're right. I mean, Pac Jam was right. He know how to pick. He know how to pick a pack wagon. And they definitely, man. I was really impressed because this is the test I wanted to see, and because I knew North Carolina was going to come ready to play, and they defense North Carolina did good for a half. But I mean, they couldn't handle those. They go 11 personnel, 13 personnel, different looks, round the ball, pass the ball. Then they have the quarterback. Even the center was trying to snap the ball low. This dude get it. He backed up and doing all this scrambling up, passing the ball, and
remember I told you that was my problem with him, MB.
Huh?
That was my problem with UNC quarterback all year. He's been making horrible decisions.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, but I think Notre Dame had like 6 sacks. But I'm talking about Notre Dame quarterback in the sense of when the pressure there, he's got a way of escapability, right? Okay. And then he's able, like the quarterback, the center was. They had a question mark at center, son, and the center was getting the ball low. And they was down in the red zone, Klew, and he snapped the ball low. He got the ball. The pressure was coming. He escaped. End up going outside and threw the ball to the running back. It was a negative play that you think, wow, but he made it a positive. Threw the ball to 23, end up scoring a touchdown. I was like, man, this dude, he's got escapability. He's got that it factor. I don't know how it translates to the next level NFL, but right now as a college quarterback, they getting it done, man. And they got a great team. They're playing great team ball, getting it going, you know.
And that's why I think it's going to be very tough for Clemson to actually beat them. I actually don't think Clemson can beat them just because of and if you remember, I was saying that very early on. You mentioned the receivers. Well, none of those were starters last year, MB. They had a huge question mark at receiver. They ain't know who was gonna do what. And look, they ain't had one guy step up. They had 3 guys step up. You see what I mean? Yeah. So when you got that, you got a great offensive line. Pac Jam told us they've been together for 3 years. You know, as a coach, man, that's 70% of the battle right there. You get an O-line that's been playing together like that you can depend on. You confident every time you go out there. And so you just look at Notre Dame and you see a team. When we look at these other groups, we pointing out guys, MB. I don't care how much you said, but we pointing out this guy, that guy. Stop this guy from doing these things. And you got a chance. Against Notre Dame, we like, man, they got 2 really good running backs. They got 3 really good receivers, and I'm including the tight end in that mix. They got on the defensive back standpoint, solid all the way across the back end, solid up front, probably special at some spots at linebacker. You know what I mean? And so you like, wow, man, how do you attack these guys? You know how it is, MB. We attack schemes, but more than that, you attack people.
Pac Jam say Notre Dame is a commentator. There you go. What are you talking about? No doubt. I mean, I was really impressed with him. This is what I was waiting to see, other than the Clemson game, and because I thought North Carolina with that hard power offense, and then Notre Dame defense play a lot of cover 3. I was like, okay, zone coverage, they're going to get their opportunities. But, man, that D-line was just putting pressure on them, and they was mixing in the blitzes very well, and they had some issues, man. So they definitely and because North Carolina defense, I mean, they played well because they're in the middle of the pack of the ACC, but they couldn't sustain that, man. They needed the offense to get going. They needed the offense to be explosive and put some points on the board to help them out, and they just ran out of gas, man.
Pac Jam meant to say complete, not common.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Man, Clemson dominates Pitt while allowing their coach to save face him, because I was worried about that. I was concerned that it may be a situation out there where Dabo has to eat his words, because he around here acting like he's strapping it on and strapping up. MB, I can't stand when coaches talk for me. Baby, get out there and hit somebody then. Don't be selling that. Come out here and hit somebody too. But Dabo, he know his team. He must know how to really ruffle their feathers and get them going, because they completely annihilated Pittsburgh. That wasn't the game. I think they only scored on the 5th teamers, MB. They was out there. I ain't know none of them dudes. Had never seen none of them dudes before. And they was still trying to score at the end of the game with them guys.
Oh, I mean, he ain't call those dudes off, but I'm not surprised by him doing that, because at this point, right, everything's kind of question mark, because he's trying to position himself to make sure that they're in the spot in that college playoff, And so you see a coach, start, Don King and their team and da-da-da-da-da and all that stuff. So I'm not surprised that he's doing that because of everything. Obviously, the fact that they're positioning themselves to play Notre Dame, but just in case something happened, right? Just in case, you know how this college football, even with the playoff, you have to have a sense of promotion going on where you got to promote your team, especially if you got one loss,
At least that's what it sounds like at the end of every year. I don't know if that's true, LB, but I will completely agree that every coach do that at the end of the year. I didn't even saw Nick Saban in the years they had a loss, he crying. He Don King. And I was like, listen, I don't know if this help or not, but y'all sure all doing it.
Yeah, because it's it's a lot of different factors and stuff. So you gotta promote your team, man. That's what they feel like, especially if you got one loss and it's a possibility you could be outside looking in. Who knows? So yeah, you definitely got to get that done. I think who knows.
Well, also, Bama made short work of Auburn, man, in that rivalry game, 42-13. MB, I know you watched.
Yeah, man. You know what? Even without Nick Saban, right? Which we say in this game right here, we had a whole discussion about far as Coach X's and O's and here is Joe's, and we all say with this game right here, it's just the talent's going to take over, And man, they took over, they dominated, man, and you talk about Alabama. Their offense, Matt Jones getting it done, man. Smith receiver getting it done. They just reloading. Harris, the running back, getting it done. And then the thing that I saw was that their defense was getting it done. I'm going against Knicks and the offense, and they've been sporadic all year. But you seeing guys step up. You seeing freshman cornerback get a pick. 13, you see 14. You see the defense started making some plays. So to me, they're developing. They continue to develop on defense, continue to move forward. Arguably right now, like you said, Notre Dame and Alabama, to me, they kind of separate themselves as the two top teams right now,
Definitely. LSU played Texas A&M tough, losing only 20-7, as well as Georgia dominated South Carolina. And we all know South Carolina, man, ain't looking good again. I guess they go through these phases every 4-5 years. They start the bottom fall out and they just start leaking.
Yeah, right now, they already fired the coach, so already in transition, looking for another coach. So right now, they just holding on. They're just trying to make it through the season right now.
Well, speaking of fire and coaches, LB, let me get your guy, man. They fired your guy, man.
Who?
Vanderbilt coach. Yeah, he around here. Yeah. So your girl Kent, we're gonna throw that out there. MB was very proud of what is his name? Derek.
Who? What's who name?
And this coach.
Mason.
Derek Mason. So Derek went out there, man, and MB was proud of him. He called him, talked to him. Derek, man, I'm so proud of you. Letting Susan kick, man.
Sarah Fuller, man. Who you say I called him?
Yeah, if he called him, say, Sarah, we proud of you.
Let me see how this going.
MB was mad at me and Pac Jam, man. We poo-pooed all on that. MB said,
what I say? Tell me.
Sarah's our guy, Derek. Our girl. We want to make history with her. She third string. So we're going to kick some field goals. Derek say, hold on right there. She can't kick. We just going to let her kick off. And you said, MB say, okay, well, she kick off. She going to put that thing in there. Man, that was an onside kick and a terrible one at that. I don't know what MB got Derek Mason fired. Is what happened out there, y'all. That all he got him fired for letting Sarah kick, man. The Vanderbilt did not want to be a mockery out there, man. The AD said, it's got to somewhere, and I'm gonna stop it now with Sarah kicking, man. And Sarah was disrespectful after the kick too, cause I watched her after the kick.
You watched her, okay?
She ran over to the special team coach. He congratulated her. Yeah, good job. You put him at the 35, but good job, Sarah. And then she walked over there just like a high school kid that just scored a touchdown. She back there pounding and talking to her mom and daddy and boyfriend and everybody, man. She back there behind the team, chopping it up with her folk, LB, just like she in high school. That's how she thanked Gary Mason, and he got to go ahead and he getting fired after the game, and she over there talking to her people, LB. I blame you for that.
You blame me for it. All right. So for me, when this whole thing came up, I said, you know what? I gotta watch her first, right? Before I comment on, because she could be a good kicker, right? She could be, right? And y'all brought up an excellent point. Like, man, usually when you got no kicker, right, you'll go for two. But I was like, well, how about if you want to kick a field goal? Then I read somewhere where she kicked a 38-yard field goal in practice and stuff like that. So, but still, even then, me being a special team coordinator, I was like, okay, what about your operation time? You know, stuff like that. Even though you kicked the 38-yard field goal, was it through live competition? Was the operation time? Did you get the ball off? Because if you take too long, you get a block. So I was still on the fence. I didn't want to make a comment about it until I saw it, right?
Yeah.
And then when I saw the sky kick, it was a sky kick.
Man, it looked like an onside kick.
Where they held the thing and she skied because she's kicked it. And I'm like, what are they doing?
No, that was you and Derek playing. You and Derek Mason talking about it.
Well, you and Pac Jam, y'all was talking about he did it to save his job. Remember, I told you.
No, Pac said that. I said that was some foolishness.
Remember, I said I don't care if they trying to get rid of you. Hey, they'll find a way to get rid of you. They trying to keep you. They'll make an excuse to keep you, right? And I was like, man. So for me, I was like, dang, that sky kick. I was like, ooh. I mean, golly, that. Oh man, that's not good, you know. And then I was like, I wish, right? They got blown out. I wish, right, that she would got an opportunity, right, to kick a field goal in the game. I wish.
Okay. Let's talk.
I wish. Because you're right. If she was just going to kick a sky kick, you can get the punter to do that. You can get anybody to do that, you know? So I didn't like that part. That you know, I didn't like that, you know? I just wish she had an opportunity to kick a field goal in the game.
Let's talk about what would have happened if she went out there and tried to kick a field goal. What would have went down on the defense? What would you? Man, I'm gonna go in there and get this. Ain't no way no girl gonna be kicking the field goals on me.
Oh man, no, bro.
They would have stepped it up 2 notches. That field goal, that field goal protection unit would have been in trouble out there.
He said, "Oh no, man, no."
Yeah. Oh yes, sir. LB, I'm just gonna tell you. Listen, LB gonna be political. Klew gonna tell y'all what's really going out there on the field. Once that girl walked out there on that field, it was like boys thinking like this. It ain't gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the guy to be the subject of ridicule if she run over here, try to hit me on the slide, or when she kicking a field goal, y'all tell me she kicked it on me. I'm finna show you. Listen, we so dirty to each other. If you on a college, high school, or professional football team, and another guy do you in, the embarrassment is not about you. The embarrassment you thinking about is running over there to the sideline because you know boys like, oh my goodness. You scared to go to the sideline, and especially the next day in the meeting room. So the fact that a girl was mentioned in that situation, man, it wasn't gonna now none of those boys gonna let it be on their watch. Trust me.
So you saying they would have did what? No,
I'm saying like they would have went extra hard.
Trying to block it. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I totally agree with that. Because it's no different than if I remember we was playing Marshall Faulk and he was averaging 100 yards. We was like, man, he ain't getting 100 on us, you know. Right. And so we was like, man, so from that standpoint, I definitely understand that. I definitely agree with that part, you know.
So that's all.
But double A. The problem is that's what I was saying. Lisa extra point, but double A, they didn't score. That's why I said I wish they would have got a position to kick a field goal or something, you know.
Yeah, it'll be out here getting Girl Scout cookies, Patty Jam.
Patty Jam, you need to come back right now, baby. Get some internet, man. And go knock on the neighbor door and see if they give you a password again, man. Wi-Fi code.
Listen, man, this COVID thing is bigger than anybody, pretended that it was going to be in the NFL, college football.
Klew. But before you go there, you mentioned about him being fired. Before you go there, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you mentioned that, right? And obviously, I mean, to me, the dude, this is part of, we can talk about this later, but this is part of the conversation that we had, that I was having about, they gave him 7 seasons at Vandy, right?
Right.
He's the 3rd winningest coach, but I don't think he got more than 5 wins, you know? So to me, unfortunately, you hate to see somebody get fired, but to me, that's one of the situations where they gave him opportunity, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So Dan, you hate to see a coach fired, but
that's a tough opportunity, though.
But here's the thing. That's tough, but that's what I was trying to say. The expectation at Vandy, even though Franklin was there before, and Franklin kind of set a path, gave him opportunity, hired 2 black coaches in a row. Right. But still, that's a tough SEC, haven't won a game and all that stuff, against opponent for a while and all that stuff. But you're right, it is a tough opportunity, but they gave him 7 years, so I'm not mad about that opportunity. Just because the pressure to win is not as high as what I was saying about places that traditionally have won multiple championships, right? You're not going to get that time. And that's what I was referring to on our last conversation about Miami being the standard of we've been spoiled with championships in the past. So you're going to have a short leash to turn the program around for a championship. At a program that's a little lower, they'll give you an opportunity, right? So you look at USC, you look at Texas, you look at these Florida State, you're on a short leash. And if you're not positioning that team, following a plan where you're showing improvement that y'all going to get back to a national championship, you're not going to get this opportunity. And those are things like I think about like Charlie Strong, right? Charlie Strong, he could, if he'd have stayed at Louisville, he'd probably still been coaching at Louisville right now. Right. Right? But then he went to Texas, short leash. You got to turn around.
I feel like Charlie should have got that job down there in Miami, man. That's the job. The first time when he went to Texas, he should have waited and moved right into Miami.
Oh yeah, he earned the opportunity. He did it the right way. He was at Florida. All right, defensive coordinator, right for there again and done. And he deserved the opportunity. So he went to Louisville, showed. He deserved the opportunity at Texas. I didn't think it was a good fit because all his roots from Florida.
And they forced him to recruit in Texas. That was some.
But unfortunately, that's the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. To me, like you look at Mason, he got an opportunity, but those are at that program, like you said, that's a tough job to turn around. But those are the things, and that's what I'm talking about. Those pressure at those big programs like USC, the Ohio State traditional winners, like we talk about, like the Giants, right? Tom Coughlin won 2 Super Bowls, right? When he started declining, they start pushing him out the door. Miami, Larry Coker, he won a national championship, arguably one of the best teams, even though technically people say he won with Butch Davis. But as soon as he finished 7-6. They got him at the door. They got fired. I was looking at. See, I don't even want to go that route with you because bro, it's a different. It's just a different mindset, man. When you at a program,
that's what I was telling Klew.
Exactly. when you had a program like your boy, right? And I love you, coach at Duke.
Man, go ahead.
I love him. I love what he's doing in the program, but the pressure on him winning championships ain't there. I mean, they built a trophy for him. Huh?
You at the programs you just named, right? You acting like that's everybody. You talking about?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not everybody.
But you know, I'm saying that's most programs. Like you're
most
talking about
what?
That don't have those expectations. It's
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That don't then do. That's all. I said it's many more that don't have that expectation.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's the point that I was making to you at Miami. I don't care what it looked like on paper. The standard is they want somebody to put them in position so they compete for national championship again, right? And if you're not doing that, then you out of there, right? Soon as they catch win, like Mark Richt came in, he had like I think 10 wins, 9 wins. He had 1-7 season, third season. They were trying to get him to make changes, get him up out of there. The standard, what I'm saying, is championships, and that's what I'm saying. You said, and you're right. It's not everybody has that, but the Alabama. I looked at Alabama from obviously Bear Bryant to Gene Stallings, right? And he won us for national championship in 1992. Well, then they had a gap where they went through 3 or 4 coaches till Nick Saban came in 2005 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 2005, 2008 to win a championship. And then you at USC. I'm like, it's those teams, man, that they're once you get a taste of multiple championship, the Texas, the USC, you ain't going back. Just like with y'all basketball, right? Whenever Coach K decide to retire, right? If that guy that come in don't win championship, he up out of there. They're gonna find somebody, right?
We keep it in the family over there, man. So it'll always be a Duke guy.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. So anyway, that you made me, when you talked about that, it made me think about that. You see how my mind be rolling.
Well, Pac Jam was killing you.
What'd he say?
About your 6-year transfer. Hey, that's gonna be a 7th year next year.
I hope so. I hope.
And he balled.
I hope there's a way we can keep him playing, because golly, I'm nervous about next year, you know?
Exactly, because that's the only reason. Listen, y'all winning games, but that is not a 7-1 team. I'm sorry. Like
that's the thing. But that's a Pac Jam.
It is what it is.
We're gonna finish this conversation when you get some Wi-Fi, bro, because I want to hear your mouth on this, right? I want to hear your mouth. And that's the thing. I want to hear your mouth on that. But that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's a standard that whether college or whatever, and you try to get to that. And you need.
I differ with that word standard, and
okay.
that's
what about expectation.
Okay, that's
better. Well, tell me when you say standard. Tell me what.
Because a standard to me is Alabama, is Clemson right now, where it's a failure if you don't win it all. Is Ohio State? It's a failed season if they don't win it all. Is it Duke basketball? It's a failed season with the Los Angeles Lakers. When we went through a playoff drought, people was clowning me, laughing at me. I say, what am I going to go to the playoffs for to get ousted in the first round for? That don't mean nothing to us. If we're not winning the whole thing, we don't want none of it. And so when you said the word standard, that's where we differ. And so if you're not a program that's in it, like expectation this year, you don't know none of the Duke players, and you expect them to be in the championship, or you expect them to watch this. You expect them to have have a say in who wins the NCAA tournament. To me, that's standard. And so that's what my argument with you was. It's just what we think of when you hear that word, and that's what was different for me.
So, and I agree, but just think. Let's go back to your Lakers, right?
Every year too. I ain't
no doubt. Let me think about your Lakers, right? Your Lakers had a playoff drought, right? For what, 6 years?
Yeah.
Right? Was it 6 years, right?
And every year was a failure because we didn't win all of it.
And no doubt. So, and that's what I'm saying. So when you talk about Miami, or you talk about you mentioned Alabama. Well, Alabama during that time from Gene Stallings, right, to Nick Saban, they considered a failure, even though you had DeBose had a 10-win season.
Right.
You had Mike Tula there, right? Because what they were used to was championships, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's what I'm saying. When you talk about the standard, right? They're looking for a coach to help them get back to the standard that they're accustomed to, which is winning championships.
I hear that. I just don't see Miami in that.
That's what I'm saying. Because you're trying to say it. That's what I'm saying. So Miami, right? Hold on. This is what I'm trying to tell you, right? When you look at your coach been there since 2008, right? At Duke. Our coach, same time span, right? Randy Shannon, when they made the change, Randy Shannon was there in 97. But from 2008 to now, we got more wins than you guys, right?
Okay.
But they built a trophy for your guys because he got them out of playoff drought, right? But look, show me. But this is what I'm trying to say. But listen.
So compare them to our basketball program.
No, but listen, we're talking about football because I'm trying to get you to understand it's just like with your Lakers. The Lakers aren't satisfied until they get a championship. Miami is not going to be satisfied until they get a coach in there, just like Alabama ended up getting Nick Saban to help them get back on track to get a championship. That's all I'm saying. That's the standard that they're looking for.
And I don't see how but we're still saying two different things. That's all I'm saying. We're still saying two different things. And you think I'm agreeing with you, but I'm not. I'm just saying the as soon as, like I just said before, you don't even know who on Duke basketball team, and your expectation is this year is to have a say in who wins the national championship.
Right. Yeah, this year.
Every year.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And
I understand that.
Even when we've had a bad year where that wasn't even remotely close, you was like, dang, what's wrong with them? That's what happened with LA when we went through that drought. Y'all still was like, dang, what's wrong with LA? Nobody's saying that about Miami. But they were said about Alabama. They were said about Clemson. And that's the difference. That's all I'm saying now.
And I understand. Here's what you're saying. You're saying currently, right now, people are saying, okay, Miami got this. What they're saying. They're not saying, okay.
For 6 years in LA, they were saying that during our drought.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying, though, Klew.
The world, the sports world was saying that, even though they knew we didn't have a chance. I'm saying Miami, Florida, and Florida State have been forgotten about in college football, bro.
Klew, hold on. They wasn't saying no championship when y'all ain't have no players there and just holding on. Hold on a second. Let me say this part. When y'all was having no players there and whatnot, it was no expectation. People they was talking about the Lakers like they talk about Miami, Florida State. Now Florida's coming back to life. They was like, man, what happened to those programs? What happened to LA? Right? Hold on. The expectation to possibly win a championship, right? So the Lakers, Jerry Buss and all that stuff, they was like, we're committed on giving a championship. So we're going to make these moves. We're going to do everything we can to put ourselves in a position.
Little brother messed us up. Little brother messed us up. Jenny Buss' brother. But
nobody, but this is what I'm trying to say. If I'm hearing you correctly, right? Nobody was projecting LA to win the championship during those rough times, those 6 years.
They were saying what's wrong with LA.
Exactly. And they saying the same thing about Miami. They're saying the same thing about Texas. They saying the same thing about USC. They saying the same thing about Florida State. They having these same conversations.
You know what hurts me the most? Being a Florida boy growing up here, knowing that the championship had to come through here. It didn't have to necessarily come through Miami, but it was going to come through Florida State.
Right, but you're saying the same thing, though. You're saying the same thing.
It wouldn't necessarily have to come through Florida State, but it was going to come through Miami. It didn't have to necessarily come through Florida State or Miami, but it was going to have to come through Florida.
No doubt.
Every year that was the case.
No doubt. But you're saying the same thing.
What I'm saying is, we've been forgotten down here. They ain't forgot our players because our players are everywhere else. But we've been forgotten program-wise down here. And I'm saying that's not only an attack on Miami. It's an attack on Florida State, and it's an attack on Florida. It's an attack on all three programs.
And Klew, I totally agree.
To Florida and Florida State, I tell them the same thing.
Hey, Klew, and I totally agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying, though, that doesn't mean inside the building the expectation or standard change. They're still saying, man, what's wrong with us? We got to get back to winning championships. We got to kiss a lot of frogs, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why Eric Reed's down there. That's why they're making those changes, because they're trying to position themselves back into trying to win championships. That's what I'm talking about.
I agree with that. And that's why
it's no different than our Giants.
But
our Giants are trying to position themselves back.
Our definitions were different. You're talking about in-house, and I'm talking about outside.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about in-house.
That's all I was saying.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm understanding that.
Right.
I'm talking about in-house. I never worry about out of house. I never worry about outhouse. I'm talking about in-house. That's what I'm concerned about. Because if you don't start believing yourself, you it's some organizations, right? NFL, right? That you know are committed on winning.
Period. Yes.
Period. They're committed on winning, right? I don't care what you say about Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, right? It's not about even the Dallas Cowboys, right? Jerry Jones, they want to win. You may not like how he go about winning, but he's committed on winning. He's going to put his money where his mouth is, right?
That's true. Okay. Yes.
And so you may not like his style, but that's what I'm talking about. I don't care about what everybody is. I'm talking about within the program itself. What are you committed on doing? What's your standard? You may go through a rough patch, right? But you got to keep believing. You got to keep doing everything you can, right? Because you talked about, obviously the coaching general manager, Detroit Lions, they got fired. So they try to change their standard, right? They just try to win a playoff game, right? But you saw certain organizations, right? You see certain organizations, they just talk the talk and they're not committed on winning, right?
Hey, Pat Jam say Jerry Jones committed on selling tickets.
Hey, he trying to do it all. He trying to win and sell. He trying to get it all. Ain't matter. But that's all I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. It's
different. Different levels.
It's saying the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
In that regards, from an organizational standpoint, are you committed on winning? What's your standard? That's all I'm saying. Florida State, University of Florida, all these Texas, they're committed on winning. If not, then they'll be satisfied when the coach wins 8 or 9 games every now and then. But that's not what they're satisfied with.
Shucks. It sure feel like it nowadays. That's all I'm gonna say. It feels like it because none of these teams are nowhere in the hunt when it's all said and done. So for me, it's like I'm going because Clemson always thought they were a team that was way better than they were. If you go to that look, like you talking about inside the building in the organization, it'll be go hang out down there for 2 weeks, man. like they think. Listen, that God playing on that football team, bro. And that's always been that way. Now they just added a couple championships to it. Now they've added some special players to it. So now they really on top of the world, but they've always felt like that, but they were never that. That's all I'm saying. So when you talk about inside of the building, they've said that from day one and could never beat Florida State, could never touch them. And still thought like that,
No doubt, but Klew, and when you talk about commitment in the building, we're not talking about outside, right? Just the mindset, right?
Right.
You look at Florida State, their mindset is the same. They want to win championships. They're doing everything they can to get back in the side. It starts with the belief. I'm not surprised with how Dabo have turned that program around because he took a SEC recruiting mentality, right? And he said, I'm going to build this in Clemson. Right. And he got it done. He went to Fort Myers. He got to Sammy Watkins. He got a pipeline.
CJ Spiller. That was it.
CJ Spiller. He went and he built that program and he took it to the next level.
Yeah.
So now, right, when you said before it was pretenders and contenders, now whenever he decided to leave, he set a standard that people made like USC, right? I looked at that. Okay. You had USC was the team of the 60s and the 70s, right?
Right.
Then they won championships. John McKay. Then you had Robinson, right? Came in at 7, and they brought him back for a second stint trying to get it done. When you look at the gap between the 70s and then Pete Carroll came around and turned the program around and won back-to-back, that's a huge gap, right, in between that. But nobody gave up the dream like, man, well, we suck. We just enjoy being sucked. No, they was like, we're going to keep kissing frogs. We're going to keep, because we got too much talent here in South Florida. South Florida. In LA, we got to turn this thing around. We got to find the right guy to get this thing turned around. And that's what they did. And that's what they're facing right now, because they still trying to, after Pete left, they kissing frogs, right? They had what? They had Kiffin. They had Starks. They got Clay Hilton, right? And now he's on his hot seat if he don't turn around. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to get back the program, but you can't just say, okay, well, just because they ain't won and this, bury them, they dead. No, they're gonna keep fighting if they got some type of pride.
Hey, look, it wasn't South Florida, it was South Central. they need to get that talent out of South Central, baby.
Talking about LA, USC?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And that's what Miami, Florida, Florida State. It's too much talent out here not to be winning championships. So we got to get that program. We got to get all of them turned around.
Right, exactly. And that's a personal frustration for me to watch all this talent and go other places and actually be on these same teams, and we can't seem to get it done. And then we then a team like UCF is taking the 3 stars and the 2 stars and showing you what can be done.
No doubt. I agree.
Hey, with the guys, these big 3 won't even holler at. They won't even say nothing to them, MB. But man, we appreciate y'all for coming, man. We had more,
good Lord.
Hey, we had more to the show, baby. But hey, that got good. And LB got to share his heart this time. And I got to let him know what I really meant. So I think we okay now. We done kissed the maid up on out.
No, we don't. I like these discussions.
Yeah. Hey, and it's amazing because we actually present a full show every time, but we always know we may not make it. And that's what happened tonight. We didn't make it. And Pac Jam ruined it.
I want Pac Jam. We'll continue. Hey, well, hold on. Before we talk about the COVID, I know we got to go, but we talking about Miami Duke, right?
Yeah.
Well, Miami Duke gonna play this week, baby.
Oh, I knew that.
So we definitely continue this conversation.
Hey, lads, all I know is you good as your last game, baby. So I think
good Lord.
Y'all coming to the town, baby. We gonna have to put that thing on you. We gonna put something together. Long as y'all listen, we gonna have an age limit though. 30 and under. The only people can play. So the air, you done.
He done.
You gotta sit up there in the stands with me and LB. Hey, with all our kids and grandkids. We gonna play with your grandson.
I gotta see who. Hopefully everybody healed up from the COVID. We'll be ready to go.
Hey
baby.
man, listen. I don't need them to get it, but I need them to test positive and get some contact tracing. Give me like 3 old linemen and the whole secondary, and I'm good.
You good.
Hey, listen, I keep it real. We
may have to pull a Dabo. Y'all may be trying to call and cancel the game, man. We can't play. What? Y'all
we need to send somebody with Corona on y'all bus on the way, from the airport. Hey, I got to show y'all a different way to park. How sometimes there'll be somebody hop on the bus to kind of show you where to get in. And you just start coughing. That's what we gonna do. Dang, I done said it on the internet.
You don't gave it away, man. You don't gave it away. You don't take it to another level. Usually when you go to a traveling hotel, you say, man, watch your playbook, watch it, don't leave no notes around, the maids will steal your stuff. Now you got to worry about them saying COVID traps for you now.
That's right, baby. You see LaFrida, she say that's so sad.
Yeah. So sad. Hey, Miss Granberry.
Hey, so we appreciate y'all for coming, man, hollering at us, stopping through. You know us, man. We'll see y'all next time for the pre-game show on Friday, man. We appreciate y'all again. MB, what you got?
Hey, man, appreciate y'all coming in, man. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate it, Miss Granberry. Hey, girl, how you doing? Her grandbaby going to the U. Tight end right there. All right, appreciate y'all. Take care. Double A, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the love.
From sideline to
man, get some Wi-Fi, brother. Stop stealing people Wi-Fi, man. You make too much money, buy some Wi-Fi. Get some good Wi-Fi pack, Jam.
From sideline to baseline, we are gone.
Appreciate you.